Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we're tackling an important maintenance job. We're going to be replacing two check valves on our sub pump system. We recently noticed a leak on the backup sub pump side, and at the same time we saw that the primary pump was running erratically, meaning that when it cycled on it kept running longer than it should, which is a sign that something isn't working quite right. We're tackling this project during the springtime, which means our sub pump has been working overtime, especially after the last rainy couple of weeks. Since our system is active, we need to remove the water from the crock without relying on either one of the sub pumps. Now to do that, we'll be using a transfer pump to remove the water while I replace the check valves. And to make this process a little easier, I built a simple contraption with an outlet and a switch. What this allows me to do is to cycle the pump on and off without constantly having to plug and unplug it. Now that we have a plan in place, let's get started. The first step is to loosen the 4 hose clamps. Once those are loose, I use a pair of channel locks to gently twist the old check valve. This helps break the seal and makes it easier to remove the check valve. Oh yeah, and another important tip, keep some rags handy. Even after pumping out the crock, there will be some residual water in the pipe, so be ready for a little mess. There's enough flexibility in the PVC to make removing the old check valve easier. Once the clamps are loose and the seal is broken, I can maneuver the pipe just enough to slide the valve off. Now it's time to install the new one. This part takes a little finagling, but with some patience I can work it into place. The slight flexibility in the PVC helps here, allowing me to line everything up properly. Once the valve is seated on both ends, I tighten the hose clamps to secure it, making sure everything is snug and sealed tight. We follow the exact same steps for the second check valve, loosen the clamps, removing the old valve, and installing the new one. The difference here is that we're using a quiet close check valve. A quiet close check valve, when functioning properly, helps prevent shock waves in the system. That knocking or banging sound, known as water hammer, happens when the water flow suddenly stops and creates pressure surges. This new valve is designed to minimize that, protecting our pump, pipes, and surrounding equipment. Not to mention it doesn't wake you up in the middle of the night. After removing the second check valve, we immediately noticed the problem. The clapper inside the valve was broken. This was the reason why our primary pump had been running erratically. When the check valve isn't working properly, water can flow back into the crock, forcing the pump to work harder and longer than it should. And that's exactly what was happening here. The faulty valve like this not only causes unnecessary wear on the pump, but can also lead to premature failure if it's left unchecked. With both check valves replaced, our sub pump system is back to running efficiently. The broken clapper in the old valve was the culprit behind our primary pump's erratic behavior, and now that is fixed, we should see smoother operation moving forward. Regular maintenance like this is key to keeping your sub pump in good working order, especially during the wet seasons. If you are experiencing similar issues, checking your check valves is a great place to start. Thanks for watching. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below if you have any questions or tips of your own. See you in the next one.